Water, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Hi, everybody. About what I humbly feel is happening with the spirit realm. Um, First of all, I was just commenting on somebody else that's here on YouTube that is trying to make it look like just because this person may have made somewhat of a profit off of feeding the homeless, that he still doesn't deserve some kind of recognition for doing something nice. Because a lot of those people have lost their minds to the point where they don't even know they're supposed to eat. There's this homeless woman that's up at the liquor store all the time, and she's definitely homeless. And she just sits outside the liquor store and smokes cigarettes all day. What, baby? Okay, honey. So this is what I truly believe is happening in the spirit realm. Okay, hold on. Okay. You guys are taking a long time to get in the chat room. And I really want to talk to you guys about this. And I know y'all like, you're smoking a cigarette. You know, people that judge people that might have a cigarette or that might have a glass of wine, they got to check themselves, okay? Because just knowing how to do a spell does not make you a spiritualist. Some people really are too overly critical and judgmental. They are. And Fleurbron actually did a really good hangout today. Kudos to her for making that video. Because I can imagine that it might be some spiritualists out there that could be attacking her ideal, but I think that those spiritualists walk in a lot of fear anyway, and they don't really believe in it, and they don't really trust their spirits. I talk to you guys about that all the time, about trusting your spirits, about they have relayed to you what they are expecting of you, and you get rewards for it. But I will tell you that if you are working with a spiritualist and all of a sudden you start to feel psychically attacked all the time, or you're feeling drained, she was right about a lot of that stuff. And my clients don't have that problem, just by the way. Some people, you go and pay them your money, and they'll charge such a low fee. Like they'll say, oh, I'll bring your boyfriend back to you for $200 or $100 or 50. And then it doesn't happen. You don't see no movement. You don't see no manifestation of that work that you paid for. Then you know that you just got duped or something, or maybe they are not powerful enough. Who knows? This is what I humbly believe, though. I humbly believe that spirits want everything to be integrated. They want you to stop at a spiritualist the same way you can stop at a doctor's office, or the same way you can stop to get a burger. And I've talked about this. All spiritualists are doing something. Not all of them are doing a bad thing. For me, when I do work for my clients, come on over here, baby. Come on over here, sweetie. When I do work for my clients, not only does the work, but I save at least 10 years to 20 years of some people's lives. Okay? Because when I was in my 20s, I had no idea, none None. My mama hadn't taught me anything. I didn't know who I was. And I went through hell. And I went through having men call up to my job, sabotaging me. I've been through being stalked. I've been through being beaten up by my ex-boyfriend because I didn't know who I was and I didn't know who to call. And I felt behind in my life a lot, just like a lot of you. I felt like something was missing. And I know that for me, I would reach a certain level of success at jobs because I had long-term jobs. But it would always end up sabotage. And that could have been the result of a curse. Back then, I didn't know anything about curse removals. Back then. Back then, I didn't realize that I could change my life for the better. So I was just telling somebody else, it's okay if a business is for profit. My business is for profit. I have every right to do that, just like if you put up a grocery store or if you put up a clothing store. I have the right to do that. And yes, this is the spirit realm, but spirits want it incorporated because they know how bad it is out there. They know how bad it has gotten. They know that people are in desperate need of spiritual help. They know it. That's why they want to do it. So you about to not only are you about to see a bunch of people pop up on YouTube, but it's about to be a spirit shop on every corner in your town. That's gonna happen within the next 5 years. Okay. So for me, I was like, well, it's nothing wrong with having working for profit for something that if you're not actually giving the service that you're offering, because I'm gonna tell y'all something, I done unblocked some pretty nasty stuff in people in myself that held me back when I did have those regular jobs. But the spirit realm does want us working. They want to integrate it. They want integration. Now, this is intel from the spirit. Everybody got different information, but I'm telling you what I know, which is why you're seeing people offer courses and classes because there's a lot of people that have no idea. You're talking to people that found you. There are people out there that literally are lost. Those are the people that go to my website. Those are the people. Not somebody that's already knowledgeable. If everybody had knowledge, they wouldn't need to come to a spiritual. It needs to be made clear for them. And then a lot of us do exist in the spirit realm. We're just here in the physical. I always tell people I am your liaison between you and your spirit guides because guess what? Your crown chakra, it's been closed. Your third eye has been closed. Your heart, all of your. And so I guess if everybody's life was perfect, then nobody would need anybody, would they? You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't agree with some of the stuff that Fleur Brun said, and I'm not in near about because I respect the sister. I like her. I think she's beautiful. Okay. But many of us, the spirits are repaying us through our spirit work, through our spiritual work. And as long as you are doing the work and you're manifesting that for your clients, or you're helping them or assisting them, Jag, where are you at, babe? Then, there. And so I'm the one thing that I don't like is that when we judge each other and say somebody's just doing it for the money. Look, I mean, I am somebody that had a real estate license. I held a real estate license. If I were to go back into real estate, I would make it big in real estate. The only difference is that I wouldn't be doing direct spiritual work. Oh, here's another thing. The spirits want us doing authentic spiritual work for people. They want us doing that. My clients come to me and pay their spiritual debts. That's what you're doing. You paying a spiritual debt. I'm paying a spiritual debt. The cat's paying this, but we're all paying a spiritual debt. And it just gets easier. And, things that were so deep that were meant to do harm to your body, those things have to come out. So sometimes when you're working, especially with me, and you go through a healing process, then sometimes it will cause you to get like a cold or something. But that's only if that's how your body reacts. It depends on what I'm working on with you. Then also another thing that spiritualists are going to have to get over is thinking that we're all supposed to be something. Everybody's story is different. You know what I'm saying? Hell, if I was rich, I would still be doing spiritual work, but I'm rich in spirit. I can call my spirits right now and $1,000 will appear in my fucking account. But it'll also appear with a lot of demons, entities that I have to fight. So I'm not going to come out here and do nothing for free for nobody. But it's worth it because I do have the gift to banish demons. Just like I'm over here dropping this weight too, y'all. I got the gift to do that. So, the spirits are like, we don't mind that because we need you doing that anyway. Okay? We need you doing this work anyway because people need help. And you can come from one of the most darkest satanic families and be an incarnated angel and have an intent of doing good by people. So as long as a practitioner has an intent of doing good and they are ethical, hell yeah. So I agree with a lot of what she was saying. But I'm going to tell you something. I was born into a poor family. But I was a queen in my original self. And every time I incarnated on this earth, I lived very well. So this is the reason why I'm able to get a money spell to work for people. Sometimes I'm giving away my energy. Sometimes I'm using my energy. And should I give that away for free? Ain't my fault. My parent, I was born. And so a lot of people that are very spoiled and got money and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And came from wealthy families. It's like, yeah, but my father had a drug problem and my mother had a drinking problem. So what about me? Am I just supposed to be invisible? Do I not count just because, I'm not rich yet? And you know what a lot of people ask me? They say, Jamila, why don't you just play the lotto and win millions of dollars? Because we've seen how I've guessed the numbers, but the numbers are always changing. Okay, when it comes to the lotto. That's actually not my goal. I can manifest what I need to survive. And my business has been growing. You don't have to. That's just like many doctors. Doctors are for profit. We're doing real work with it. When I manifest that 1,000 in the account, I've got to go through. I have to start ritual immediately, especially with these cleanses. It's a lot of people out here that are possessed. I've always been very intelligent and can always tell. And I'm possessed. We all possessed, but it depends on what spirits are you possessed by. Now, I'm a very peaceful person until somebody starts arguing with me, but I have learned to let go of a lot of these beefs that were chosen online for me. So, everybody, you ain't got to be perfect to change your life. Some people make it seem like, oh, well, your life has to be perfect in order for you to change your life. No, I have seen people that came from nowhere and went to somewhere. And there is nothing wrong with that. And we're tired of being pushed down just because we came from unfortunate backgrounds. And, having a job or maintaining a job is not necessarily something to brag about, because my spirits actually didn't like me working regular jobs. My spirits pushed me out of every job because they wanted me to do this. Okay? So, everybody's story is different, but I will tell you that there are some spiritualists out here that are opportunists. So I don't take offense to anything that anybody says, but I just wanted to give my input. Okay, because what I say matters as well. And I've actually seen people repeat some of the things that I've said, which I don't mind. That's the whole point. I'm an indigo child. I love people. I do love animals. I do eat animals. But, the whole point of it, I came here to help. I come in peace. That's why I be saying to these people that be all paranoid about me and bothering me all the time, like, I came in peace. If your spirits are not telling you that, then you have the wrong spirits. They lying to you. Okay? And I always knew it. I always knew I was an empath. I always knew it was something special about me. You know what I'm saying? So, Jacob, come on, baby. We can ready to go in the house. So, I just feel as though when you rocking with your spirits, you rocking with your spirits, is what I will say. Because I have a lot of trust in my spirits. And that's why I don't come out here and attack other people and stuff, because I don't need to. Come on, Jakey. That's why I don't do that. Very peaceful, loving person. I have met up with 100 police officers, social workers. For the past 4 years, they were at my home twice a month. So I've met many people. There's been many people that have shook my hand and looked in my eyes, and they all loved me. Okay, even though, these people were so evil and diabolical, okay, towards me, that these people would show up to my home with the police, lie to them, tell them that somebody over here is belligerent, told the police that I had a gun. I've never even purchased a gun, just to try to cause trouble in my life. And by the time those people left, they were shaking my hand and congratulating me on being successful. So it is what it is. If that's the price that I have to pay for success, then I'm willing to pay that price. And I don't have to come on here and argue with anybody anymore. And I don't. Because it's not in my spirit anymore. It's not in my spirit. But when somebody needs work done for them, they just need the work done for them. What the hell? Jake, come in the house, baby boy. He is, y'all. I got to get ready for a reading, though. But this is why there's new people popping up everywhere, because you know how many people I talk to that say they're getting ready to start their spiritual business? And then I'll even see them on YouTube. I got a couple of them that shout me out. I encourage them to do that. I'm happy for them. I know they're doing right. I counsel them. I know what they're doing, and there does need to be more of us.
Key.
Huh?
Where's my key? You broke the door.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I hope y'all have a good day. If you guys are interested in, your spiritual path, as far as taking it not necessarily as a career path, but that's what a lot of people are doing, because I've done rituals for people to where I've gotten the flu, I've gotten colds, like 24-hour bugs. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't happen too often.
Stop it.
But it can. So, what? Okay, fine. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful Saturday and everything. I think that there are some people on here that do need to start making improvements with their life and stop attacking people. Because I've had people attacking me for years. In fact, I actually saw some of y'all hanging out with those people, and yeah, I did judge you because of it. So it's like, this person said they hated my child and wanted me to die, and you're hanging around them? So, I would never do that to another sister. And I've never done that to anybody unless they did it to me on here. So I was attacked. And I know. And I always tell people don't go to those people either because they're under possession. They got a full possession dugout going on over in there,
No.
I think every woman has problems with her love life. I know women that have been married for 40 years and they husband doing all kind of stuff. So, everybody's life ain't perfect. That's why you're coming to see a spiritualist, because you need the guidance. As long as you're going to the right person that you can trust, if you're going to somebody that you have seen attack other women unprovoked, I wouldn't go see those. I wouldn't go see somebody that's making videos about another woman every day. I wouldn't. Because I'm going to know she has low self-esteem. I'm going to know that the demon of jealousy has afflicted her. I'm going to know a lot about her. If you see somebody threatening somebody's baby and all that stuff, no. Now, there's some people that want to focus on seeing the dark people. Look, this is the way I see it. Dark people go to dark practitioners. Gray people go to gray practitioners, and white people are just people of the light, children that are like loving light, the loving people like me. I have people that are going towards that. So yeah, that's why I don't even trip off of dark practitioners. But if somebody was to go with them, there's something in your spirit that needs to learn a lesson anyway. To even go to somebody that's doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? Practitioners like that, they like to get revenge and shit like that. They like to do a lot of revenge work. I don't do that kind of work. I free people. I free people from their spiritual enslavement, and they can feel it and they know it's real. So, and you know what? There's a lot of people that are so focused on hating on others. And it was really difficult. You know what I'm saying? It was. I'm doing work right now to purify my soul of these people. But that's not to say that a dark practitioner doesn't have. Now, if you already messed up and you go to a dark practitioner to get some dark work done, ain't no telling what can happen to them people, and they gotta learn. They gotta learn. They do. I want to get revenge on this person. I was talking to him for 2 weeks on the phone, and then all of a sudden he just stopped calling me, girl. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what I want to tell y'all. I do a lot of work for people that I have to do a lot of extra work to remove the negative karma. Let's talk about breakup work real quick so y'all can know about that. Okay? Breakup work is dark magic. It is. Okay. Now I only do it if another person is hurting because of it. That's when I'll do it. But I'm going to start telling people before I can break them up, you have spiritual debt to pay. So you either need to pay for a hex removal or maybe you're somebody that has a full fledged generational. And if it's somebody out there that can help you with that, because not too many people would actually help you because they're too afraid to face those energies. Well, I'm not. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Okay. I used to be a little skinny yellow person. I was lighter than everybody in the family, so of course I got picked on, but I felt safe around my family, I did. I always felt safe around them. So I can't really complain. There's been, of course, disagreements. Everybody has issues. Hell, I have issues with my mom. Would I prefer to not have issues with her? No. But that is the way she chooses for it to be. So somebody can't tell you, oh, well, how can they? That's just like I can help you if you have a negative relationship with your mother. How is somebody that never had problems with their mother actually going to help you? You gotta go to the people that been there, done that. You do. And then some people can just offer practical, good advice. I've seen people that have never had children ever, but they just have a lot of information. But as far as the emotional healing process of it is so important. It's so important, you guys. So, I mean, there's certain things that people provide. I am a empath, so my people, they get emotionally well taken care of when they come to me. Now, on the same token, I want to say this. I watched a guy last night, and he just seems like a little whiny baby to me, because he said, I've never had anybody love me except for my mom. And it's like, so you've never been loved except for your mom. If your mom loved you, then that means that you have been loved before. I mean, it's going to be a different type of love, if you're dating somebody, of course. But that's the first person that you are supposed to get hugs and kisses and attention. By the way, guys, I want you guys to pray for that little baby whose mama came online and called the baby ugly, her own child. My heart broke in like 5,000 pieces when I saw that. That hurt. That was horrible. I couldn't believe I was watching that. And then she's sitting up there not looking any better. That's your child that came out of you. So whatever you think is wrong with your child is your fault anyway. And that really hurt my feelings when I saw that. And then when the baby started throwing up, the mama's making the baby sick with her negativity. And so many people overlooked it. They need to go and get that woman some counseling. She's sick. She's sick. Y'all gonna see her later on in the news. She done threw that baby down the trash. Somebody need to go help that woman. Literally, it was awful, awful. Never heard a mother talk about her child like that. Not a little bitty baby. You supposed to have enough mothering instincts to know that babies look kind of funny when they first come out, and you're molding and shaping the way your baby's gonna look. And the poor baby started throwing up. The baby could be sick because of her negative. And I just said somebody need to hold that baby and love that baby. That's what needs to happen. And you could tell that she loved the child, but man, that's how people get hexed, with just straight up ignorance. You don't say those ugly words to your child ever. I remember my babies was younger. I would whisper in their ear when they fell asleep how pretty and beautiful they were, and telling them to have sweet dreams, and praying over them so that God could protect my child. And to see somebody doing that to their own kid, it really hurts. She needs to apologize publicly. and say and admit that she's sick. Because I ain't never heard a mother talk about their child like that. And you got to have a lot of hatred in your heart to be okay with that. Because you could tell that the child could understand what the mother was saying. And first of all, the baby is not ugly. It's a baby. They look like a newborn baby. And, parenting classes are, but you can tell that that reflects how she feels about herself. She's reflecting how she feels about herself because a person with mothering instincts is going to know automatically, well, the baby's head isn't even shaped yet. So she's cursing her child. Sick. So, I'd love to do some spiritual counseling and therapy on her. Don't hurt your child over something so minute. So what if the baby is not attractive according to society standards? Like, that's still your child, and that child still deserves to have a fucking chance at life. That's horrible. And so it's really, really hard to focus on spiritual work when you've got stuff like that going on in the world. And I do want to pray over that woman and her baby. I do. I want to pray over them because she got something really ugly on her. She got a real bad demon. That's horrible. That kid gonna have all kind of stomach problems. It already got stomach problems. It was throwing up. You feed your baby formula, pump them up full of vaccines and crap, and then talk about them. That poor, I couldn't even believe it. My jaw dropped. Hello, Shayla. Well, I do wish that mother healing. Sometimes when I see stuff like that, I just want to light a candle for that person. So I do a lot of free work all the time. Trust me, I'm constantly doing stuff. I'm trying to get a break and a rest. Because, you can't do too much spiritual work, but we've got to stop lowering each other's value. Okay? And I think that nobody should say anything about another spiritualist unless they may have been friends with that person, like met them, unless you've met them in person. Okay? Or you've went to them as a client. Nobody should be doing that. Even me. That's why I don't do it. I would never go out and say her spells don't work. Well, evidently her spells do work because she got you scared to even have to say that. So when you got beefs in social media like that and you're a witch, just know that it's all about understanding where the negativity is coming from and handling it diplomatically. If that beef has nothing to do with you and it's that person working out their own personal stuff, then you don't have to worry about it. Just wish that person well in life. Like, I wish you well. Let me get you a wishing well. Would you like for me to take you to the wishing well so you can throw in some quarters? I just want them to be really so much. And I am a smart ass. Yes, I am. And I do cuss. I've been doing that since I was a kid. But I have been trying to quit cursing so much. And y'all notice it's a dramatic improvement. But I'm liable to drop an F-bomb at any moment. It's habit. My aunties and them taught me how to cuss when I was little. I'm sorry. Y'all ever see that movie about that incarnated angel? And he was like a drunk. And he was like real crass, but he was an angel. So angels ain't always, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Even though I done met some people to where like, because I ain't never been out in them streets, y'all. I'm not a hood chick. No, I am not. And I'm not saying that I'm better than a woman that's been down that road to where she may have sold drugs or something. Who the hell am I to judge her? especially if she's trying to change her life for the better. I do court cases for clients that have done things that they know have been wrong. And a lot of times when you pay for your court case, you're paying off a spiritual debt. Some of those spiritual debts are way higher than others. So let's not talk about the free work that I've done for clients that didn't pay for it in full, that avoided paying off their balance. Well, I won't be doing that anymore. If it's a very, very complicated court case that's going to take months, you got to pay for it all in advance. I will never do that again. But you know the way I look at it? I don't go and I don't reverse your work. I don't never why the hell would I do all that work and then reverse it in a fit of rage? The only thing is that you just don't always have that debt with me, and whenever you ready to pay it, come and pay it. If I already did the work, I'll be blessed for that later. See what I'm saying? So I don't have to like worry about that and get all mad. These clients, you ain't paying and stuff, and a lot of like for me, okay, I have been upset about that before, but I'm not going to reverse the work that I did for you. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait for you to pay your debt and keep it moving. And a lot of people that have been there, done that can't pay it, they'll just tell me, and they'll explain their situation. And I don't sit up there and cuss you out and make you feel bad for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if you had it, you would pay it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I have seen clients not pay their court case fees and end up in jail, or maybe they could be lying about being in jail. Who knows? Who knows? That that's not going to stop my flow. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to curse you even further because that negative energy ain't doing this world no good. Okay, now I will send your negative energy back to you, because sometimes when somebody has a problem with you, it's really because they have a problem within themselves, especially if you've done nothing. Like, why sit and keep arguing with somebody? Why are you fighting with me? I didn't do nothing to you, man. That's some that's old. That stuff gets old, and I'm too old for that. I can educate. I take it as an opportunity to educate. Anything my enemies have done, I have consistently and continuously flipped it around into a positive lesson to be learned. That's how I am. I could have my own school if I wanted to, which I think eventually I will. You know, probably would have it right next to my shop too, or I don't know, maybe in a different location. I don't know. Anyway, y'all know what it is over here. I'm tired of these irresponsible spiritual workers too, because what they do is they feed into people's anger for others, and then they go and make the situation worse. For me, if you come to me with anger towards somebody, I'm going to say you need to release yourself from that anger, because that's going to ruin your life. So I always give people very good advice, because some of these spiritualists will be like, yes, let's do this to her and that to her. And you don't want to get your mind twisted in the spirit realm, man. That's not a fun. That's like trying to make it out of a maze. I don't like to be confused. And I don't like to be upset about nothing. I like to laugh and pray and eat and spend time with my family. But I have met some crazy folks on here that I would say, nah, you don't need to go to that person, because that person got some issues. And I'm not, and like I said, everybody has issues. It just depends. If you feel the need to come online, turn on your camera, and attack a random person and bully a random person, then clearly there's something going on in your spirit. Let's not get it twisted, okay? So I always tell people to keep calm. It's just life. I have helped some people that were getting ready to have a heart attack. People couldn't breathe. I had a woman call me. She couldn't even breathe. She said, Jamila, I'm just, and I've been that way. I know how you feel, man, and to just be judged, which, oh, yeah, I know. You talking about the spirit realm or the spirit guides and stuff? Yeah, I know. I know. But then here's another thing about it. Sometimes you got to give the spirit realm a break. You got to balance it. Your physical body is still on earth. Okay, so you still need to laugh, pray, go to the bathroom, eat, have sex. You still have to do those things. You can't just say, oh, and you still got to, go to baseball games and, go to the movies and stuff like that. You still got to do stuff, explore. Oh, yeah. That's true, but I don't think that angels necessarily do things to people that are bad. As far as aliens or ET, something that's alien, in my opinion, to this planet would be dust. Why do we have dust? I'm allergic to dust. So that could be considered a demon. But, dust can be a demon. Okay. Or some kind of alien form that's bothering me. I had to, like I told y'all, I had to take down all of my tapestries and clean them. They were so filled. Oh my God. If y'all have tapestries, take them down and clean them. And you got to clean your curtains. Like if you got curtains hanging up, you need to wash them probably like every 3 to 6 months. So. But yeah, I've been dealing with the demon of jealousy. Always talking about jealous, jealous, jealous. In fact, I was supposed to be doing some spiritual work on that to banish the demon of jealousy out of my life. But you know what? I don't like to see a person suffering. And it would make me really, really happy to see all of these people that have an issue with me work their stuff out. Because the demon of jealousy affects my relationships with men too. So it's not just, it will affect you. I don't know why. Oh, obsession. That's the demon of obsession. You talking about the demon of obsession. That's how you get rid of your stalkers, is by banishing the demon of obsession. Because that's a very destructive energy. Very destructive to the mind, body, and the spirit. It causes the demon of jealousy causes diabetes. You can always tell how jealous a woman is sometimes by how by her size and her stomach especially. Because the stomach will either be inflamed, and some people's stomach and pancreas is blown up 3 or 4 times the originated amount, and they liver. So when you see somebody afflicted by that, like, it's like, well, I don't want you to be afflicted by that demon. I wouldn't want to be inflicted either way, because even if you're beefing with somebody, you're still being affected by that demon. If you're playing computer games all day and things like that, you can have unhealthy obsessions for a lot of different things. There's people that are obsessed with them little Play Store games. Just obsessed with it, can't stop looking at it. Okay, so there's a lot of things that people can be obsessive over. But if it's causing you pain to where your spirit is, and let's just face it, some people are just very mean spirited. They like to be evil. I don't like to be that way. I don't see how they do it. I gotta go though, guys, because I got an appointment in 15 minutes. I appreciate the love and the support. Okay. And I appreciate everybody and the wisdom that they provide. Especially if you're not beefing with me, I don't have no problem with you. Everybody doing their thing. Everybody's spirits have them doing different things too. So you can choose to not be insulted, but I think that there's something weird to say about a person that's constantly putting other people's names in their titles and doing silly stuff like that, trying to discredit that person or trying to bully them. That's not right. And that's why I cut the cord to those things. But now it's time to banish that demon of obsession and jealousy. Time to banish that damn thing from my mind, body, and spirit. And y'all need to do it too. See, I have customized spell work. Okay. Why would you do that? Those are very hurtful spirits that you don't need in your life. Hey, Jacob Anthony. Just banish it from your life. Come upstairs now. Whatever it is that you need to banish it. And you know what, guys, before I go, I love showing people how to do their own rituals. So you guys know that I can teach you how to do rituals. Okay? So contact me, okay? I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful Saturday. Bye-bye.